Hello viewers, welcome to another exciting episode of Women's Quarters. It gives us great joy and delight that you guys are always there for us. Every Thursdays by 12 p.m. whenever we come online, you guys are always there to come watch us. So we are always grateful and we can never ever be grateful enough. So today we'll be talking about an interesting topic, and also I have a guest in the studio, a famous face. In fact, she's glowing and she's glowing. I'm talking about Ben Ayonofe.
Hi guys.
How are you, baby girl?
Baby girl is fine.
Baby girl is fine.
This user is okay.
Whoa, you have come again.
Yes, so
You have started. Alright guys, today we'll be talking about an interesting topic, which is constructive criticism. And if you see the reviews that we have gotten so far after posting this on our social media platform, you will be blown away. But we'll get to the talking when we come back from this short break. Don't go nowhere.
Once a matter is what, this is how long? 5 days, 2 days.
Welcome back, guys. Thank you so much for being there waiting for us to just get back into the talking. Like I said before we went on break, the topic for today is constructive criticism. What I have here that constructive criticism focuses on providing constructive feedback supported by specific examples to help you improve in some areas. Constructive criticism should be offered in a friendly manner with good intentions. So when it's outside these borders, it's no longer constructive criticism, it's just annoyance or it's just insult or anger. So I don't know what you have to say about it, Benahi.
Well, like you said, constructive criticism, it should be this well-formed, reasonable approach that a person gives to another person or a group of people. It's meant to be helpful. It's not meant to be necessarily harsh, but it's meant to help that person. It's direct. You're not just saying, giving just needless advice. You are telling the person this is what you are doing and this is where you can improve and this is what you stop and this is what you
For some persons, they do it in a very, should I say, some persons will do it in a mild manner, some persons will do it like they don't want to shout because I've seen some persons where they didn't do it to me, because if you insult me in a constructive manner, I will know. But some persons will come to you and they'll tell you, I'm doing it mild, I'm trying to correct you in a mild manner, but the words that they choose, you know that this is insult.
Yes, sure.
And so how should it best be done, if I may ask?
First of all, it should be in a mild way.
Okay.
Because normally a lot of persons are not really into this idea of being corrected, but surely everyone should be corrected. We learn every day. So when you're rendering this constructive criticism to another person, necessarily just sit them down, talk to them. You're having a conversation with somebody. You are not throwing words at that person. You're not bossing the person around. You are not necessarily telling them what to do, but you're telling them what to do. So you talk to them. Let's say the person is maybe sassy. Not really sassy, just a person can be rude, person can be lagging up behind some areas and what have you. You can tell the person, you'll be doing it. I feel when you are criticizing somebody constructively, start with praises. Well, this is what you've been doing so far, and it's really cool. I love the way you exert your strength towards this stuff, and it has yielded positive increase or whatever. They're like, you know what? Adding to that, to this area of your expertise, you know, you can actually add this. The person is not foolish. The person is not foolish. The person knows what you are trying to say. You are telling me, okay, this is the way I can do this and I can be better at it. So it's just a way of talking to somebody in a reasonable way. You're not like, you know what? It's like you don't know your job, Sha. It's like you don't know what
It's
you
like,
are
instead
doing.
of you to do this thing, you're not doing this thing, you're doing it this way, which is wrong. So there and there, or there and, well, how they say it, you miss your point, you miss your motive or your purpose for actually trying to correct that person. But we have some messages here that we must take. There are so much, but we try to take as much as we can. Okay, the first message that I'm seeing here is it should be mild, honestly, because if I am to be corrected, it should be done in a gentle manner, whether a guy or a girl or even a family member. Some advice they provoke person. This one is coming from Faith. And thank you, Faith, for commenting. Like, it's really, I can relate to this. Like, no matter what, she's trying to say, no matter what the situation may be, just say it in a very mild manner, because some persons would actually want to listen to you, but the moment you raise your voice, or the moment you try to should I say twist it, you have lost them. So it's all boils down to communication skills. You have lost them. Your good intention will just turn into bad. I don't know if you see that way too.
Yeah.
Okay, another question, another message here is some ladies have fish brains. It's only sharp they know and understand. Coming from Joshua.
So person
Please let me just leave you to react to this one.
Like the way you just said that person, I just have this mental image of two persons saying that concerning girls.
Like seriously, like
Yes, they can really say that.
I really don't understand. Why should you qualify ladies having fish brains?
Well, that's harsh though. But
That's very
some
harsh.
ladies, they want to tell you whatever they want to tell you, and they're shouting. They're shouting, right?
Well, see, it's a two-way thing. I believe
Yeah.
that if that's why I say it's communication skills.
Yeah.
I don't feel like for example, we are talking. First of all, if we are both mature, we understand where we are coming from. There are sometimes that we need to step back in our head so that we can understand. You know, when it's argument streams from the head, quarrel streams from the heart. That's what that it's paining you. You want to talk. It's paining. That's why if somebody okay, you are sitting close to me now. If we are quarreling, I might be shouting. It's not because you cannot hear me. I want you to actually hear me. It's not the hearing with your ears. It's the hearing with your mind and your body and your spirit. I want you to agree with me. I want you to know, okay, you did this thing wrong, or maybe I want you to apologize. So it's different. So at this point in time, maybe you are not communicating well, or maybe the lady is not understanding you. You don't have any right to call anybody fish brain, please. You don't have fish brain. Okay, you actually said some ladies. So it's not all ladies.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank God. So we know the category that we are. Another comment here is there are ways to say something as well as approaches to saying them. Sometimes your tone and choice of words changes the statement and the message. And of course, it should be mild as possible. You're obviously not talking to a goat.
Yes.
Please.
Because when I converse with people, I don't know, maybe I am on the wrong note of assuming that you should have sense. That is a basic component of every human being. Just have sense, like a reasonable amount of sense. Like I'm talking to you, I'm not even insulting words. I'm just like, okay, this is what you should do and this is what you should not do. But some persons will want to talk to you, and then they are being so like, come, who are you talking to? Nobody is above. That's why I say everybody, we learn every day. But when you are talking to somebody, use your words wisely. Know that this person can hear you. Do you understand? And you can pass a message intellectually without sounding sassy, rude, or really condescending. Like you are passing. The point is you want to pass your message. It's left for the person to take it to your words or just
shove it aside.
God bless you. So you are talking to this person, be mouth, because we're not animals, we're talking. I'm telling you this and that. See, when I even tell persons, I don't even want you to even take their advice, because I usually put I don't know at the end, like
I don't know what you think.
Exactly, or just so it's your business, but I will tell you. So I'm not going to insult you, so I don't even try to insult me or in a constructive way. Not a constructive insult. I'm trying to be smart.
God may heaven help you, because I will very fire on you, because you will not even see what's coming.
As in,
You want to be constructive with insults. Come on, now. Are you the only one that knows how to speak grammar? We'll speak the grammar for you. You will never understand what I'm saying. At the end of the day, I'll just walk away with a very amazing smile on my face. Well, we don't do that often. We just meet some persons that we know that you need to teach them sense. So you need to tell them certain things so that they can understand. Okay, somebody here said I don't listen to anybody that talks rudely. You can't tell me you care about me and you want to advise me, and you say it in the most insulting and condescending manner. I am not sure the person understands the meaning of being constructive, so please keep your criticism to yourself. I love how this person actually separates constructive and criticism.
Yeah.
This is coming from Ufoma. I don't know if Ufoma is a boy or a girl, but nice comment anyways. Whatever you are saying, don't say it rudely.
yeah.
Like we just said, some can be really insulting and condescending, using words like for example, you want to sit somebody and you want to give that person advice, because constructive criticism at the end of the day is advice, whether you like it or not. It's advice with good intention, and this one is not just advice. Advice might be okay, the person asks for your opinion, but constructive criticism might just be your own observation, and then you go tell the person. Might not really be the person asking you for your opinion. Yes, it might just be you noticing something, you have observed something, so you just feel like when the right opportunity comes, you just use that opportunity to tell the person, okay, this is where you are lagging behind, and you say it very nicely. You even come when you start, the person might not even know that's where you are heading to.
Exactly.
So at the end of the day, you talk to this person, and this person will take your advice, and so you don't have to be condescending
like for example, maybe a lady slouches. They have this bad walking posture. And you have to like, some persons are even unaware that they slouch or they have this walking.
Somebody has an experience.
So you might say you have this, you're a beautiful girl. Are you aware that you slouch? That is just a basic, like you're just talking. It's not an insult. The person like, oh, how, and the person will even be aware like, oh, I'm like this and I'm this way. But imagine now say, why are you walking like this? Why are you walking like an animal? Animal walks like this. You are literally saying I'm an animal.
My dear girl, gossip time. So my first year in school, the first hostel I stayed in off campus, I don't talk to people too much, so it's just me and my sister always in the room. In fact, they actually wonder if we're at home, because we don't even leave our shoes outside, it's always inside. My neighbor once commented that the only time he knows we are okay and we are safe is when we laugh. Then he knows that okay, we are either around or everything is fine. So because he's always worried. So this guy that I don't talk to, I went to night class with my sister. Is it a crime to go to night class? And I followed this neighbor that I'm talking about now. And since the other guy, we stay in the same house, he just followed us. Only for us to get to where we want to start reading, he just called me and started laughing. I said, what's funny? First of all, really, what's funny? And then he told me that, do you know that you walk as if you are going back? Like me. I mean, if I was walking like I was going backwards, somebody would have told me, no, you, like, I don't understand. Okay, first of all, I was like, don't be like that, it might be true, like you might be saying it. But he continued. You walk as if you don't want to go to the front, like you don't want to go. I was like, Immediately I just said, what's your problem? Is that to talk to somebody? What's your problem? First of all, really I was angry at that moment, but when I got home, I actually asked my sister, because there's one thing about I and my sisters. Any comment that anybody makes is our inside joke. We can just say something, we're already laughing. So sometimes when we see the guy, we'll be like, don't walk backwards. Don't walk into your yesterday. I'm telling you. So he understood that we were trying to make fun of him. But seriously, I don't know what you were trying to say when you were saying that. It's funny, but if you wanted to tell me that there's a funny way I walk, you could say it and I would laugh.
How was he supposed to say it? So that you walk like you walk.
No,
backwards.
see, persons have told me that okay, people have different ways they walk. Some persons have 2 left legs. You can't not just walk up to them and just tell them one of your legs is east and the other one is west.
So that's
very bad. So you can't really say that somebody they are walking. Just say it in a very mild way. The person might even laugh with you, and that is where it will end. Not for you to be so condescending. Well, that being said, you brought about the walking.
so just an example.
I remembered. Okay, the last one here is my own issue. Is that some people do not know what constructive criticism is. You can be mad and the person in question refuses to understand. That might get under your skin and you start to shout. While on the other hand, the person criticizing has the worst approach. Last, some they give advice where they know they use. Coming from Danny. Wow. Really, I know people that actually give out advice that they don't use. Like the list is endless. But that being said,
I understand that part, because imagine you are talking to somebody, don't do this, you know that this is detrimental, and the person you are talking to literally is giving you this, or like, what are you saying?
What are you saying?
What are you saying? You are saying your
like
own.
some persons are so defensive that I always say this. Now bad character, maybe this is who I am.
That intends to provoke.
Like when you try to tell someone, have you met, I don't know, I meet people almost every day. Have you met people when you talk to them, they just change the situation?
I'm telling
and they'll
you.
not make it look like you are the one that is wrong or you are the one that is bad. And you're trying to make your points known. And they are trying to make you feel like you're the one that is wrong. So on one hand you can be using the nice approach or the nicest approach, on the other hand the person might refuse to understand.
Yeah.
Even when you are being gentle, the person might also refuse to understand.
But you know, there's a twist to this constructive criticism. Sometimes you give this, let me say, advice to persons. It's left to them to take it. But when you know that it affects you too,
Yes.
and you give them this, don't do this in this certain manner, and they don't want to give, you'll be provoked. Like you have to, maybe they change it for someone. Sometimes they'll say harsher measures will be needed, but it doesn't have to get to that point. When someone is talking to you, listen. In fact, you might be talking to someone, the person is not, the person is cooking up what to say
back. That's communication. People go to school to learn communication actually, because you cannot be talking to somebody and that person is cooking up, and you might be thinking of digest the message and look for a reply, other than picking each word to attack is different. It's a different thing entirely. So thank you, Daniel, for that comment. But before we go, you said something one time, like I said, yeah, the person might not understand. Okay, sometimes the person might be too foolish or too stubborn to understand. So how best, because that one of the questions we put out is the best communication skill to apply. So how best should people talk to their neighbors or partners when it comes into such?
Well, I'll just, like, as I'm a calm person, I always go for the mild approach. Talk to somebody like you're a human being. Well, harsher measures can be needed. Sorry, because some persons will not listen
At all.
They will not listen. So instead of you talking, just do some things that would drive a direct message to that person that I'm no fool. You get, because there's one thing for you to say something that does not really concern you. It's easier to say stuff like that. But when it concerns you, it's like you want this person to just do this within, like
because you know that this is the best.
It's just the best measure.
The best way out, and since it affects you, just want the best.
Yeah.
Like, okay, thank you
just
so much.
Just talk in a mild way. Let the person see reasons. If you want to ignore, if you want to tolerate, if you want to take other measures that are not harmful, just do it.
Alright, that being said, you have heard from us, your beautiful ladies. I call us beautiful because we are beautiful actually. Thank you. But this way we have to wrap up the show for today. And do not forget that you can be a part of all our conversations by going to the comment section and actually commenting. Comment on the topic, comment on Benali's comments. Comment on my suggestions. In fact, comment on our outfits. You can just comment about anything. Tell me if I look good. I would like to know. Tell me if I'm spec. I would like to know. Alright. And you know you can follow VOS TV on YouTube is VOS TV News. And on Instagram and Facebook is VOS TV Ninja. And then you can also follow me on Instagram to be a part of the conversation and to also know what's going around across all our social media platforms. And also know what I'm up to is at mj.agents on Instagram. Until we come your way next Thursday, I will miss you. I know you love us. Really, I know you love me. And I love me too. Bye.